Thanks, Luca. I appreciate you. All right. Luca. Luca, I gotta shoot this video, okay? What's going on, folks? It's D. White, founder of JustBlackThoughts.com. I'm a 12-year teaching vet. I wouldn't call myself a vet. I still feel like I'm early in my career. Things that have been on my mind: sustainability, harmony, work-life balance, and just lifestyle. When I say those things, I'm talking about how do we do this work sustainably, right? As someone who doesn't have kids, I have a partner. I'm trying to figure out how do I make it all work, right? Being a good partner, good son, good future parent. Some things you'll just learn on the job, right? You're probably wondering, where am I right now? I'm currently in Texas. I'm visiting my family in Texas right now. I'm in my younger brother's house. He was so gracious enough to give me his office space. He's a engineer, fashion designer, great kid all around. Just thinking about sustainability and how, like, one of the things I look at or I pay attention to when I go to a school, I look at all the OG veteran teachers, the people who've been teaching for 20, 25 plus years. And I look at what their health is, right? I try to pick their brain about what's kept them in the game and try to get a sense of their mental health and their physical health, because I wonder what's the toll that our work takes on us, right? And I'm not saying that we don't get a lot from our jobs. Of course, we get a lot of joy, but there's also just a lot of growing and a lot of just heartache and sometimes just emotional distress, right? Given the things that are put on our table emotionally, politically, socially, grading, lesson planning, all the things that come with being a teacher. So you're probably wondering, where is this coming from? Well, unfortunately, I was able to go to a celebration of life for one of my former mentors who passed away, who all too young for me, in his 50s. And I thought to myself, man, this man gave everything he had to his job, everything to his kid. He gave it 100,000%, so to speak. And to see him go so young just really kind of made me think, like, what am I doing right now to set myself up for the future? What am I doing right now to set myself up for the present, and that I can do the work I love, but in a way that is life-giving, life-affirming, but also makes time for other goals and, graces in my life, so to speak. Don't really have any answers on that, but I am curious. What are you doing to keep yourself sustained? What are you doing to keep yourself loving the job? What are you doing to keep yourself in the game in a way where it's not out of necessity, but out of a place of want, right? I want to be a teacher long-term. I don't want to be in a place of need or desperation, but I want to have the options, the choices. So the key words that have come to my mind the last couple of weeks, months, even prior to the funeral, so to speak, has been sustainability, harmony, balance, lifestyle, right? Teaching is a job to a lot of us. Teaching is also a vocation. It's also a life calling, so to speak, for many of us. And where do I fall in that line? For the most part, I feel like I've grown up from teaching. I owe a lot to teaching in the field, just in terms of my own development, my own maturation. And as I've gotten older, I just think to myself, how do I make space, make room for other parts of my life to evolve, for other parts of my life to grow? Because I can't say I've been the greatest son, the greatest partner, the greatest teacher. I just feel like I've been, stretched thin, and I want to do better. No, I'm not going to give you any resolutions for 2024. If anything, I want to set up better structures, better systems, and just have real life internal conversations with myself and thinking about, what do I need to do the things I would like to do now and for the future, for my future family and so forth. So why does this matter to me as a Black male educator? On a morbid tip, I think about the lifespan of a Black man in America, the lifespan of a Black man in the world. And don't get me wrong, there's so many competing threats, whether that be health concerns, all the way to, unfortunately, gun violence. And I try to let those things worry me, but, I have to be aware of those things just in order to combat them. So as a Black male educator, I just think to myself, it's really important to understand what's out there, but then understand and get a hold of your mindset and get a hold of your body and think about, all right, how does my body speak to my well-being, right? Do I always listen to my body when I'm sick, or do I just work through it? And I think me being raised to be a worker, I just work through all illnesses, even if my body's screaming at me. And I don't think that's sustainable. I don't think that's good for anybody, especially myself. So I don't have answers about that, but I know I need to be more aware and I need to address it. And I just need to be able to listen to myself, listen to the OGs, listen to the veterans in my life, and just ask those questions, right? Some of the best education comes from just those small dialogues in the coffee room or the teacher's lounge or in the parking lot, just to pick the brains of the folks who are further along in their career and their journey, right? Whether they're parents who are teaching, or they're teachers who are parenting, you dig? So yeah, those are some of my thoughts. Think about how you want to become sustainable. Think about how you want to stay in the game long term. And think about, if you do want to get out the game, what's your exit strategy? What's your end goal? How do you want to gracefully exit? All right. And think about, how do you make a life of choice, a life of optionality? So I'm D White, just one Black male educator. You can follow me at justblackthoughts.com. I'm just giving you the thoughts of one Black male educator, man. Peace. Hey, it's D White, founder of justblackthoughts.com. If you haven't done so, hit subscribe on YouTube. Follow me at The Other English Teacher on Instagram and YouTube. Peace.
What's going on, folks? My name is D White, founder of justblackthoughts.com, and I'm just one Black male educator. Come here, Luca. Being interrupted by my baby brother's dog. Come here, Luca.
Say hi, Luca. Say hi. Luca, say hi.